TorgyTalk. 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 TorgyTalk.
Right? You start.
catchy.
It is. It is. It's
very catchy.
I'm
I made that theme song in
impressed.
20 minutes. 20 minutes in my house. And I don't even do music. I just whisper and drink whiskey while I do it, and that's how it happened.
Ooh, I got some whiskey. That'll help.
For what? Help what?
I don't know.
Remember the whole time the episode's happening to put this up here, okay? So people can hear your dumb ass.
Like
Well,
that.
Don't cough on it either. We're just 4 years out of a pandemic, dude. Come on.
Aki.
Dude, it's not long enough.
I don't
So-
like whiskey at all.
No, I did not
I
like.
don't think I do.
I did not like whiskey, and then I started working at a distillery this summer, and now I love whiskey.
Whiskey's pretty cool. Oh yeah, everybody. Gavin Kavanaugh is here with us today,
Cheers.
and Cora's back for her first time in
18
however
years.
long. I don't know. She bailed on me.
No, I didn't bail on you. We have 2 kids. It's hard.
Life is hard.
Life is hard.
There's not a lot
She
of time
bailed on
in the
me.
day, except for I got some time on my hands right now.
No, it's like every time we would either try to record, like they would either be both chill or we would start and then shit would just hit the fan. So it was like, it wasn't even worth me trying to get on this just to waste all the time when I could just take the kids upstairs. We could all be quiet and John could do his thing down here,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
Life
but
with
recently
two
it's just
children.
it's just hard. It's just podcasts, or I don't know. I've been learning that it's a lot better with 3 people minimum. It's a lot easier to keep a conversation going. I felt like I was struggling keeping the conversation going, but as far as like getting funny stuff out of it,
Right.
like making funny clips and stuff, it's a lot harder with,
Right.
especially with people that I don't know. Like the last couple of guests I've had on it. I knew them, but not like on a level. Like a personal level. Why are you smiling at me so hard, dude? Jesus Christ.
I just ripped a bong.
God
and
damn.
I'm just cheesing, bro.
Okay, like what do
He's
you
just so
want,
excited
dude?
to be here.
What do
I
you
got
want?
that
So
gold-
happy.
I
What do
got
you
that
want from
golden
me, man?
retriever energy, bro.
Yeah, you're sitting there staring at me like, what, dude? Just fucking take a picture, bro. See right there, you can't get that with 2 people.
Just fucking golden retriever energy, bro. Just what you need.
Yeah, I need. What do I need? I need a new back, dude.
You just got one.
No, I got new parts in my back. I got some new. My back is no longer stock.
Yeah.
I'm aftermarket
You're
now.
souped up.
I'm aftermarket. I'm tuned up.
How many parts of it can you replace while it's still your own back?
I have 4 new
Technically,
parts.
all of it,
Technically,
or at least half of it, you
don't know.
can get rid of, and it's
don't
still
know.
your back.
I don't know. I have 4 new parts in there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty good. That's like
2 screws, a rod, and a new disc.
Yeah, 2 rods and a dick.
Yeah,
That's what I thought he said. I was like, all right, hell yeah.
but I said the disc though.
Dicks in the front, dicks in the back.
Yeah, disc.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like at the distillery we sold whiskey discs, and you really had to emphasize what you were saying on the end there.
Well, essentially, you guys do sell whiskey dicks too, because
They
you sell
did.
enough whiskey, your dick gets soft.
Oh, absolutely. And there were definitely
That's proven fact.
some perks of working there. Like my last day, it was awesome because they were barrel testing in the back, the distillers were, and I was able to go back there and like sample a barrel proof. Like, oh, this is how it comes out. Oh shit, that's wild.
Does it taste different coming out of the barrel than it does when it's in the bottle?
So most come out and then they dilute it down. So barrel proof is a special thing. Like when it comes out of the barrel, it's like 120 proof, 115 to 125. And then they dilute it down to 80, 90, whatever.
So if it's 100 proof, that means it's 50% alcohol.
Yes, but it comes out of the barrel usually 115 to 120.
Yeah, that's what
So
you'll find.
60%.
You'll find a lot of
Kind of
places
like how
like
moonshine is.
Yeah.
a lot of companies they'll
Whiskey,
sell
moonshine is unaged whiskey.
a lot of. You can get that with a lot of like Jack Daniels. They make a lot of whiskey companies. They make it barreled and bonded, so it's more expensive, the higher proof. I mean, it's better quality. You don't get as bad of a hangover if you get hangovers. You don't get as bad of one
Because it's not-
All you add is
All the additive. It's not all. There's not as many additives in it.
Like what's additives? Like
The-
sugar?
No, the additive is water, distilled water, and then they'll just add that if it's a straight whiskey, or if it's like huckleberry whiskey, they add the huckleberry into it.
What's a huckleberry? Is it a berry?
A huckleberry is what they grow all over the Northwest. That's what was big up in Montana, and that was like our main best-selling whiskey. Was they had a huckleberry whiskey?
What's a huckleberry?
A huckleberry
Is it a
berry.
huckleberry,
It's a
like a
berry.
strawberry,
Yeah,
or
it's
is
a
it a
berry. It's-
huckleberry berry?
A huckleberry is the berry, so it's like a blueberry, a strawberry, a raspberry.
All combined?
No, it's
into
its
one?
own. No, it's its own
No,
thing.
it's a berry.
It's a
Well,
huckleberry.
It grows
is a
on the
berry.
trees?
A huckleberry
It's a
is
bush.
a huckleberry is a berry.
Yeah, a huckleberry is a berry. So
That sounds good.
It's super fire. They grow all over in where I was at in Montana, and they're delicious.
I want to buy a huckleberry.
You can't get them out here. They have a certain huckleberry candy you can get out here. I have huckleberry cream and huckleberry whiskey. That was I have those here, and I have a huckleberry liqueur.
It's probably
Huckleberry lube.
I do not have huckleberry.
Huckleberry condoms.
liqueur.
They do have
What's
that.
a liqueur?
Do they
Liquor?
really?
Yeah, they have huckleberry condoms. Absolutely, they're purple,
Sick.
and then they match your blue balls.
I don't got blue balls.
I hope not.
Yeah, obviously I don't have blue balls. I don't know.
You got red balls.
No, they're like pink.
They're like skin colored.
Corey, you've taken a pretty close look at them. Don't take your word for it.
No, she doesn't like balls.
I don't know anyone who likes balls. They're awkward. They're poorly placed.
They are. That is true.
They're sensitive.
You guys want to talk about some funny stories not funny stories, just some cool stories. Funny, actually, a pretty amazing story
Okay, hit me.
of this forgotten lottery ticket earns a woman $1 million.
Oh shit!
Yeah, apparently in Illinois. This is November 11th.
Of this year?
An Illinois woman tucked a Lucky Day Lotto ticket into her purse and forgot about it before discovering it was a $1 million winner.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the woman told Illinois lottery officials her journey to winning began when she stopped to get groceries at the Jewel-Osco in Elmhurst. While on her way visiting her aunt, she went to go to the grocery store, blah, 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 pulled out the ticket, totally forgot about it. And then she said it wasn't until days after October 20th. Yeah, so she bought it October 20th and then found out November 11th that it was a winning ticket.
$1 million. Happy holidays to that
Yeah.
lady.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Of all times
So-
to get it.
Right.
Yeah, so she went to scan the ticket and she's like, I immediately saw the $1 million on the screen and was in total shock. I scanned the ticket one more time to double check and I instantly started crying. So yeah, like why can't
Did you know when you go to like turn those in, like if you get like a big winner from like a scratch off ticket or like a big winner from that, like if you were to go to like the gas station, you have to like give them a percentage of it.
If it's a big enough, they send you to like an office somewhere. The gas
No.
station won't give you the whole thing.
No, but the gas station gets a cut of it.
Really?
Yeah.
well, it makes sense. It's just like a bar getting a cut from slot machines.
But like, so like I could just scan it and then go drive to the nearest office and I don't have to pay anyone out. But if I do it and then try to cash it out at like the gas station, then part of it goes to them.
So everyone's always getting a cut.
Everyone's always getting a cut. And then if you get like the scratch offs, after you buy it, you only have like a year from the expiration date on the ticket. And then if you don't turn in, then it doesn't matter. You can't get your money unless you go all the way out to the office. Isn't that crazy? Because I tried to do it the other day, and I was like, it keeps saying, give to the cashier, which usually I hate going to the cashier, but I was like, fuck it, I guess I will. And she's like, this is expired. Even if you won, I couldn't give you the money because it's expired. You'd have to go all the way out to wherever. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking throw it out.
Right. It's not worth a couple bucks. If
No.
there's a big winner, absolutely.
Yeah, if it was like $500, then yeah, I'd go be driving. But like, if it's $10, I'm like, fuck it. It's not even worth the gas to get there.
I know what my time is worth, and I usually put that into the things I'm doing. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, if it's worth it. It's worth it.
I wish something
Yeah.
like that would happen to me.
Well, you need to play the lottery for it to happen, sweetie.
I mean, or you could
Unfortunately,
just
I
walk
always say I
is
want
it
to win the lottery, but
is
I don't play it.
Is the lottery just in like an Illinois
I
thing,
know,
or is
no,
it like
national.
Yeah, national.
So like that one person who won like $1 billion.
That's them.
It's like all over the U.S.
Yeah, it's the Mega Millions, and then they have state lottery and national lottery, and it's crazy because I think I want to say England. Their lottery system is you can buy into it or you don't, but they pull like zip codes. So if your zip code wins, everyone who bought in that zip code wins the ticket. That way, everyone wins. Like,
why would you not do that?
Polling. Because how many zip codes there are in England, so like only one gets pulled. So like you stand a one in, however many zip codes there are. Imagine how many zip codes there are in Illinois.
Yeah, but then how big is the fucking lottery though? How much are people getting?
Right, how much am I getting out of it? Like $10?
A couple grand.
Like $5,000?
A couple $100. Couple grand.
Yeah, see that's.
But how much am I paying into it?
I guess, but like
I don't know. I don't know how it works.
I mean, think about how often your zip code's not getting pulled.
Exactly.
So
That's
how much
just
money?
like how often is your ticket not getting pulled?
Oh, if you're I mean, you're gonna have more of a chance, obviously, if you're doing the zip code system.
Yeah, and then if your neighbors do it and they come up and you didn't put into it, you'd be like, "Damn, I missed out."
All right, the state of Illinois has 1,588 different zip codes among its 2,624 distinct locations. The postal codes range from 60001 to 62999.
Johnsburg almost got its own zip code. We also shared a little bit with other places, but coming in,
We don't even have a.
post office.
No, that's why this is a
It's
village.
a village. The village of the Vaj.
It's funny because Ringwood is
The
smaller and
VOJ.
Ringwood's got a post office. It's funny.
I heard that fucking post office slaps though. Like if you ever want to
It's
go
so
to,
fast.
that's what I heard. I always forget that Ringwood has one, and then I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll just drive the 15 minutes to McHenry.
Oh no, that one's awesome, and there's always super nice old ladies there.
Oh no, the one in McHenry, bitches. No.
I literally carry my insurance through the people in Friendship, Wisconsin, where my mom lives, because every time I call, it's just like a sweet old Midwestern lady on the phone with a super Wisconsin accent. And they got nothing better to do than to help me with whatever it is. And I never have to wait on anything. I'll just call the office and just be like, "Hey, I got a question." And they're like, "Oh, honey, where you at nowadays?"
Oh. Yeah, people from Wisconsin are so much nicer.
Right. I love their accent up there. I'm going up tomorrow, actually.
There you go.
Shout out to Cabins on the Lake, Friendship, Wisconsin. Hi, Ma.
We love a plug.
Right, I'm going there tomorrow.
There you go. Are you gonna stay in one of the cabins?
Oh, of course.
Hell yeah. Have fires at night by yourself?
Maybe. She has a fire pit right on the water, which is awesome. And then she might still have piers in. If she does, I might be taking those out this weekend.
Ooh, that sucks. This weekend.
Or week.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
It's middle. I'm currently seasonally unemployed, so it's a very long.
Every day's a weekend.
It's been a weekend for a month. I got another 3 weeks or so.
Yeah, I've been.
You've already been here for a month?
My last day of work was October 5th.
Damn. Well, it took you
It took me a while to
3
get here.
weeks to get here.
I had some road trip hiccups along the way. I almost made it for Jake's engagement party, but my road trip took a long time, and it took me about 6 days to get here from Colorado. Which I'm normally doing 2.
When do you think you're gonna try to reinvest in a new van?
Oh, fuck that, dude! I just fixed it for under $200.
Or yeah,
But it keeps breaking.
Dude, I feel like all the money you've put into that thing, you could have probably gotten a better one by now.
I have under 10 grand into it, and it's been my house for years.
I don't know. I feel like you should just invest in like a little bit better of one, like not from 1985.
It's an 87 Sportsmobile
whatever.
Pop Top, bro. That's a 1 of 57 factory.
Yeah, one
Shit's
of 50.
tight.
Yeah,
There's one of 57 made?
Of the Pop Tops of that year, yes.
You have one of 50.
Cool.
Okay, that's-
okay, cool. Keep it, but like rebuild the engine or do something so it
I
doesn't.
don't need a new engine. I
Or
just drove that
bring-
thing up to Colorado, from
Well,
Montana to
do
Colorado,
something
back.
to do something to make
across
it
the
more
country.
efficient, to where you're not. Would you say the thing is 8 miles to the gallon or something?
13.
That's retarded, dude.
Yeah,
I feel like
That's
if
so
you just got
bad.
like a freaking Nissan Sprinter van, bro,
that would mean I would have a car payment, which I've never had in my life.
save up. Save up. Don't go on a vacation and work a job for an entire year. Save up and then go. Boom.
sounds
Sounds like a great idea.
Gavin's like, that
Sounds like you could fucking tour. You could tour the entire country in one fucking pass with one oil change probably and be fine.
I've done that.
In yours?
Yes, I drove from
and guess
Key
what?
West.
You can't do it again.
Yes, I could. Absolutely. I could
For
leave
a
tomorrow.
fucking but you're gonna have to pay $300 and sleep in a Walmart parking lot at some point.
When would I pay $300 to sleep in a
When
Walmart
you
parking lot?
when you break down
When
and then
something
find
breaks.
when you break down and then fucking
When
start
something
asking around
breaks.
town for somebody to fix your shit.
I normally fix my own shit. This
You
is-
just said it. You said you always fix it for about $200. So there you go.
No, yeah, I've had someone else fix it twice
I don't know. I
in the
feel like-
last 4 years.
I don't know. I feel like every
I
time you
fixed-
drive that thing, you told me you're broken down somewhere.
Yeah,
every
and then I fix
every
it.
time you drive for more than fucking 10 minutes, you're like, oh, broke down.
I gotta charge my battery.
I knew for a fact that when you said you were
There-
coming back from Colorado, or from Colorado or from Montana, wherever the fuck you left from, I'm like, yeah, dude, he is not making it back without breaking down once.
This was a 2,700-mile trip, bro. Over multiple mountain passes in a van that's older than I am. Of course, I'm gonna have issues.
Right? Why not buy a better van? Then you won't have issues driving through the mountains as much as you do. That's
Doesn't that just get stressful? You're like,
Yeah, you could break out
I
the
don't
middle of
know,
fucking
things
nowhere
are going
with no
too
fucking
good. I've been driving for 2 hours. Is it 2 hours too long?
No, I've driven that thing. I didn't break down once on one of my road trips.
on one of my road trips.
on the one from Key West to Maine, it took 70 days, and we wound up
70.
And we wound up in Indiana at one point, heading from Key West to Maine. Which I don't know if you know much about geography, but that's way too far west.
70 days from fucking Florida to Maine.
Didn't you break down on your way to Maine?
No,
Yeah, on Thanksgiving in a fucking parking lot
In New
that
York?
That was on my way to Key West. That wasn't on my way to Maine. That was the other.
Same fucking like 2 month span.
No, that was on my way down, and then I
whatever.
spent 4 months in Key West, and then I went back up to Maine after that. So
I'm saying you can avoid all this if you just spend one full year working, save up your money, buy another van.
Oh, I could do that absolutely.
But you could
I
still
don't
have
wanna do that.
you could still have a wacky job. You could still have a wacky job somewhere.
I could do that. I'd choose not to.
Just save up and buy a better
I
van.
choose
nuts.
to spend my money
And
on
you can-
experiences rather than things.
But you can get more experiences out of one better thing.
Bro, do you know how long I can travel off what I can buy a van for?
But do you know how long you're going to be able to travel after the van?
You could buy it with a warranty.
I still have a van.
You know how much, how long you're going to have? You know how much more you'll be able to travel after the one thing you buy? The van?
I already
the thing
did
you need
that.
to.
I
know.
already have $10,000 invested into this van, and
I'm
I
just
travel
saying-
all the time.
But
I've
dude,
traveled since I've had it.
I know, but I'm saying it's not going to last much longer, dude.
My back hurts
That thing-
thinking about
that
sleeping in that
thing,
van.
that thing is older than I am, and you think it's gonna just break down all of a sudden?
It breaks down all of a sudden, like all the time, dude.
There's
what
only
do you
13,
mean?
There's only 13 parts that run the whole thing.
I think
I've
every
replaced
time
almost all of them.
I think every time you've told me that you're broken down is every time you've driven it. Every time you tell me you're traveling across the country, you're like, I'm broken down.
I usually have one
Every
hiccup.
time, dude.
I usually have a hiccup every time I
Every
drive
time,
across.
yeah. Wouldn't you rather not have any hiccups at all?
That's
But
part
what
of
if
the
you're
experience.
like broken down in a really like?
What happens if you
What
break
if you're
down
on?
and you're
What
fucking
if you're
middle
on
of
like
nowhere and you have no
Route
service and you
66
die?
and you're like in that stretch where there's like no lights, no gas stations, and maybe somebody drives by every 4 days.
No service, nothing. You're
No
fucked.
service, nothing. You can't even call a tow truck. You can't
I
even.
broke down in Post, Texas, which is about 60 miles to the next town, and I knew it was going to break down, but that thing's old enough that it kind of I could feel it was
I knew it was
happening.
going to break down too.
And
the minute you bought
and it
it.
happened, dude. I pushed that thing to the fucking mechanic when I bought it. Didn't make it all the way. I pushed it.
You're just continuously proving my point, dude. Oh my goodness.
But it's so fixable, and I have the know-how to fix most of it.
But don't you have to get all the parts imported?
No, I just go to it's American made.
Well, not imported, but like,
I
do
go
they
to-
make 1967 or 1867 parts anymore, or whatever fucking year this truck is?
The 1987. Yeah, they still make those. I get parts for it all the time. Trust me.
Well, if you had a new one, you wouldn't
I
need
don't
to
know.
get parts for
I
it all
just
the
think
time.
that you should just consider maybe, just
I mean, the
getting a
idea
new
is
van.
cool. All the stuff you've done to it is sick.
They're underselling the van. That thing's fucking sick.
It's okay.
Totally custom.
Yeah, totally custom and totally customizably breaks down when you least expect it.
Oh no, you can feel it.
Oh yeah.
You can feel it breaking down.
Does it start, like,
anytime you're
Oh, it depends.
Dude,
it depends what's breaking.
you drove for an hour or 2 hours at a time to charge it for an hour at a time.
Yeah, there was a breaker broken.
That's not normal. Just
This wire. They used to put this type of fuse.
how many complete strangers have fixed your shit?
One.
I thought a complete stranger just fixed it last time too.
No, my dad knew the mechanic. That dude was right here in Johnsburg.
Oh, I thought
I
I thought you had to fix it in fucking Montana or something.
No, that was me who fixed that shit. I was broken down, but I fixed it. Like I said, I fix all of the things on it that I can. And then there's a couple things I can't fix just happen. Like I'll bring it into a shop maybe. Like when I needed my suspension done, I brought it into a shop because I...
Yeah, want to know what doesn't need suspensions? Newer vans.
Yes, they do.
Not when you first buy them.
They do if you want to load up a couple $1,000 worth of shit in the back all the time.
That's why you buy one that's ready to be fucking converted, dude.
We should just get you an episode of Pimp My Ride.
Get an already
My
converted
ride
one.
is fucking pimped as shit. I don't think they can do much else to it.
They
The
could
only thing I
put
can...
like TVs under it.
I don't want a TV.
But I'm just saying they could do it. They could put like a hot tub in the back, or
Well, you don't want a TV?
Fuck
Why
no.
not? Why not?
I've never owned a television in my adult life.
But if you could put
Oh,
a
I
TV
love
in there,
TT.
you would choose to not put a TV in there if you could.
I lived in an apartment for 9 months in Colorado and did not own a television.
By choice, or you
Yes.
just didn't want to buy one?
Like people literally
I feel
about
like
a
that's
dozen
a Colorado thing, though.
a dozen or so people offered us televisions and I was just like, no, I don't want it. I'm good.
That's just being a hipster, Gavin.
I'm not a hipster.
I think it is. I think that's a hipster thing.
I love a TT.
Everybody in the
If you
world,
don't need a
everybody
TT,
in the
then you don't
world
really
loves TV.
want a TT. Like we love a
Everybody in the
TT.
world loves TV.
I don't. Like the only thing I watch on TV is football
Football.
because I'm addicted to football. But everything else, I don't give a fuck. Like I've never seen many of awesome franchises, I'm told. I watched for the first time ever Harry Potter during the pandemic.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
I've still never seen Star Wars, still never seen Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings is like okay. Star Wars is cool. Harry Potter's the best of the three options.
My brother owned, I'll let you guess which one. He owns 7 Harry Potter wands, authentic. They're like $60 to $100, like actual replicas of people. Who do you think that is?
Why do I feel like that's Ian?
No, it's Hayden.
That's 100%.
Really? Isn't Ian the one who buys like random stuff all the time?
Yes, but
Doesn't he have
Hayden's
like
a
8
super
dogs
nerd.
that he bought online?
He's got 5 dogs, and yeah, but Hayden's a super nerd. My favorite story is so my brother has 5 dogs, ranging from a Mastiff, an Akita, a Wiener dog, Shiba Inu, and a Corgi.
I love corgis. Oh my god, I'm gonna
She's
get one.
such a
one
little
day.
cutie. But my brother, and before that, they had 5 dogs, and Zoe, sweet girl, she hated me, but
She got over it.
No, she always hated me. She was half coyote, half dog. So we always joked that they had 4.5 dogs.
Oh, that's sick.
And then when she died, they were down to 4, and my brother really wanted another dog. So one night, him and his buddies went out drinking and shenanigating and had a great time. And then they woke up in the morning, and about 7:30, they get a knock on the door, and my brother's drunk ass on the couch wakes up and just goes, I am a genius. I ordered DoorDash for myself last night so I could surprise everyone with their favorite breakfast. Opens the door, and there's a man standing there with a Mastiff puppy that he already paid for. And
That's
they
insane.
already have 4 dogs, and he's just like, my wife is going to murder me. They weren't even married yet, but they owned a house together, and their wedding was like a couple months out. And
That's
so he
insane.
FaceTimes me, and he goes, I fucked up. And he's like, I'm like, what'd you do? And he just puts the phone on the passenger seat, and here's this 8-week-old puppy just sitting there, just droopy. And I'm just like, oh my God, she's perfect. So Went out, got everyone's favorite breakfast, went up to his wife, and her best friend left the puppy in the bathroom and like brought them their favorite breakfast, like their breakfast drinks, all these things, and was just like sweetened them up super hard and was just like, is there anything else I can get you, baby? Anything else indeed. Like anything in the world. She's like, no, I think I'm good. And he's like, I think I got one more thing for you. And then walks to the bathroom and just like puts the puppy on the bed. And she grabs her and sits there and is petting this puppy and just staring at him. Didn't say a word for like 20, 30 minutes.
Oh my God.
Just petting the dog. And he's just like, is she going to leave me?
Yeah. 5 dogs. That's so many dogs. Oh my
And
God.
it was a mastiff.
Those are massive.
She's about $140.
Oh, that's not that bad. Arlo's 120.
And then they already had 115-pound Akita. So, as you can imagine, they got a lot of dogs,
Yeah.
but they're well behaved. So it's kind of wild. They're a pack.
I was
for
going to
sure.
say they're literally a pack.
Yeah,
One
and,
dog is plenty.
and then my dad comes over with his dog, and he's a ball of energy.
I like your dad's dog.
Yeah, he's the sweetest boy with the most energy that's always ready at any given moment, all the time.
What's your dad's dog's name?
Pete.
Okay, yeah.
My dad's got Pete, and then my mom has Marty and Emmett. They got a black lab, a chocolate lab, and a yellow lab between the three of them.
I want a lab so bad, but I also really want a corgi. I just like corgi butts.
Corgi butts float.
They do.
They do. They're so cute. Josie is the cutest little baby corgi girl.
What would you do if I showed up with a dog, John?
I'd be pissed off. We have 2 kids.
But you're not going to be able to return
we have
it.
2 kids. We have 2 kids and a dog that we don't show enough attention as it is.
I
So
think
He needs a friend to keep him busy.
they wear each other out.
We have 2 kids and a dog that we don't show enough attention as it is.
I am a firm believer in between children and animals, you can have as many as you have hands that are capable in the house. So like the 2 of you got 4 things running around. You can get a hold of all of them at the same time. Once you get more than that, one of them's running around without something. Can't hold them on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a easy thing to say when you don't have anything to hold on to. I promise you, when you have 2 kids, one that's just starting to crawl.
He's got a man that's barely holding on.
Oh, that
One
thing's
that
going
runs.
strong. I just took it on a 3,000-mile drive across the country.
One that runs, and then a mini fucking pony that will pull you across the fucking room, and then potentially another whatever the fuck kind of dog.
Yeah, corgis aren't that strong.
It's just right now. It's just not a good time for a dog. I just had back surgery. It's just not a good time for a
So a
dog.
little dog is what I'm hearing, Cora.
I'm hearing zero
Corgis
time
are pretty
for-
little.
Yeah, I'm hearing no dog right now. We are in no financial position to be buying any
6
dogs.
months.
I
6 months.
I'm hearing
No.
there's a corgi in the future. Christmas is coming up.
No, we can't afford a dog. We can't. We can't afford
corgi-
Christmas presents.
A corgi puppy is the gift that keeps
You know how
on
much
giving.
corgis cost because there's a designer dog. You can't just. It's not like an adopted dog. It's going to be at least a $3,000 dog, which we can't even afford Christmas presents.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's going to be at
Dogs
least a
are
$3,000. A corgi? You kidding me? A corgi or any type of designer dog like that? Like
We can get him off Craigslist like we got Arlo.
Okay,
I like
yeah.
it.
And
I
then
like
look what
a good
happened with
month.
that. You want to have another 10 years of not being able to have a fucking guest over? That doesn't sound like fun to me.
Yeah, Arlo didn't like me.
No, he doesn't like anybody.
He likes your kids.
Yeah, he does. That's all that matters.
Right. But
I mean, when John's out plowing, I'm like, all right, we're good. No one's breaking in this house.
All right, we got an Arlo.
We got to take a break for a minute, though.
I want that.
TorgyTalk.
I need that.
It's back on.
Do you think they give the bedhead commercials to
Head and Shoulder.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Arm & Hammer?
No.
I don't know. I said Arm & Hammer.
What's the shampoo? Arm and Hammer.
Troy Polamalu.
Head and Shoulders.
Head and shoulders?
Yeah, do you?
Knees and toes.
And then
Of course,
Patrick
search this
Mahomes
way.
is on it.
Patrick Mahomes also has awesome hair, so I
Is it because they just have curly hair? Is it like a curly hair thingy product?
No, that it's dandruff shampoo.
I use Head and Shoulder. It's I use it because my head gets itchy.
It's for
I don't
dandruff.
get dandruff. I just get itchy head.
Yeah, it's like medicated shampoo.
I do like the Patrick Mahomes commercials.
I like the Andy Reid Patrick Mahomes commercials.
Yeah. I like the one when they were doing, what is it, State Farm, and Andy Reid was like drawing on people
The mustache.
on the airplane. Yeah. I really like the Peyton Manning commercials.
My favorite is the Jason Kelsey Chunky.
Now he's calculating Manning.
Yeah, like the
Calculating Peyton.
Peyton or Peyton or Peyton.
Did you see
the chunky?
Did you see the chunky Jason Kelsey? That is my favorite one out there right now.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
He might be better. He was a Hall of Famer during his career, and he might be better after.
Oh yeah,
like he's just an incredible dude.
It's funny that the chunky soup commercials are staying, like, because Donovan McNabb used to do them. It's funny that it's the Eagles guy.
Right.
Taking it over.
Soup commercials?
Yeah.
Campbell's Chunky Soup. Donovan McNabb used to do them with his mom back in the day. It was him and his mom used to do those commercials.
Is that the commercial you were trying to have me watch the other day?
Yeah, with Jason in a fucking robe in front of a fireplace, like
That guy's funny. I listened to
Chunky.
their podcast.
Yeah,
He's so funny.
New Heights is a great podcast.
And all that.
That's just
Shit that happened over the weekend?
Starting a podcast has been fun. But man, what it would be to start a podcast and just pops off after the first episode. I would just be famous already. That'd be cool.
Well, yeah, but if
the
you're
grind that you appreciate.
already famous and you do something,
Well, no, I know. I'm just saying, but they have like the number one sports podcast in the world now.
but they
They were already both Hall of Famers.
yeah, they're
Right, I
already,
understand.
Like,
Well, I
well-known
understand.
people.
I'm just saying how cool. I'm saying how cool that would be if you were already famous to start a podcast, and then it's just the number one sports podcast. That's all I'm pointing out. How cool it would be. That was it.
You gonna do it with your brother?
I'm not saying that it sucks that, or I don't understand how. I understand completely how they
Yeah,
did it.
no.
I'm saying it's cool as fuck, and that would be super cool if I was famous already and then started a podcast. But now I got to get famous from the podcast.
Right.
Hey.
You ever seen like pictures of Travis and Jason Kelsey from like college when they should
Ugly
be?
motherfuckers.
And then you see them now,
But
they're
fucking
like
ugly. Now
sexiest
they're like
man alive and
they're
dating
like
Taylor Swift. And
Greek
I'm like,
gods.
when you were in your young 20s, you were
an ugly young buck.
ugly as not like I don't want to
Sin.
say like talk shit. I went through a lot of awkward phases there,
We were all ugly.
but like they are now like incredibly good look. That like late bloomers.
I really like Jason's wife though.
Yeah, Kylie
Like
Kelsey.
she like just roasts on him all the time. I think they met on like a Tinder date.
Oh, she did, and then he showed up hammered, and he fell asleep on the first date,
Yeah. Something like that.
and then was like, "Let me make it up to you."
I thought they met at a bar.
They did.
Yeah, they met at a bar, but it was off Tinder.
Yeah. Like, what are the odds? You meet.
We
'Cause
met
don't
at,
they
we met
have,
at a
like-
bar.
Yeah, but we knew each other in high school, and you weren't like famous. Like you weren't like
Pretty much.
He
At
wasn't
halftime,
famous.
I was halftimes famous. Come
everyone's
on.
halftimes famous.
If you go to Johnsburg, you're halftimes famous.
If I showed up at half times, I would be half times famous.
Every time
If
I go
showed
there,
up-
everybody's like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, "Oh, Jesus, this is why I don't go here."
I hate
if
going
I
half
showed-
times with you.
If I showed up on a Friday night, I bet I would run into fucking 50 people I would know.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I go in there on a Tuesday night and I at least see 5.
I hate it. I hate going to half times with
I go to
John.
the fucking Gambler and I see everybody I know still.
Yeah, I like
I go
to
down to the city and I see a lot of people I know too.
Does Coach DB still work there?
No, he's got his own food truck now.
DB.
Neiman.
Douchebag?
Oh,
Gavin and Neiman never got along.
No. When I had my scooter, like fucking summer practice, I showed up on my fucking badass scooter I always had, and he literally walked up to that thing, hit the gas, and it just fucking took off and crashed onto its side. And he was like, "Oh, most of them have a brake on when you hit it with the kickstand down." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like,
did he pay for it?
No, he just told me to take a fucking lap for cussing him out when I was fucking pissed at him.
Oh my god!
Fucking fuck that dude.
I would have been so mad.
I was pissed. And he was like, "You didn't pay that much for it anyways." I'm like, "Dude, I'm fucking in high school and I paid for it. Like, I don't give a fuck how much you pay. Like, I worked for it.
Yeah.
Fuck you."
Didn't you guys all work at Menards together?
I got him a job and he got fired within like 3 months.
Who?
You?
I quit.
You got fired, bro.
I quit before they fired me because I was leaving for the army in a week or in a month anyway. I quit before I got fired because I was late for the 3rd time because I couldn't find
You're only
my
allowed to be
ID.
late 3 times.
I couldn't find my ID.
No, he just like straight up didn't show up.
No, I was on my way. I was late by like 10, 15 minutes.
You
I was late
you were
three
allowed
times-
like
three
10
times.
You were
You're allowed
allowed
three-
like 10 points. And
You're
like,
allowed 3 late. You could show up late 3 times.
And then
Ever?
I know.
No, it drops off after 3 months. So you're allowed 3 lates in 3 months, and then drops off after 90 days.
Oh, so you're still under like probation.
Yeah, and then he just showed up late for a 4th time. And was just like, "Fuck it, I'm done."
I left for
Whatever,
the
it's
army, and I
Menards.
left for the army in 3 weeks anyway. So
Works out,
It's
the job
Menards.
sucked
I mean,
anyway.
right? It did suck.
Were you cart boys?
I was a cart.
No, I was
he
a
was
cashier. They didn't have cart positions open.
But what was awesome, since I was like, the way it worked, I started before I was 18. So when I turned 18, they gave me like a couple dollar raise. Like I think it was like $3.
That's a lot of
because
money.
I turned 18 while working there. So being the cart bitch, I made more than some of the managers
Jesus.
hourly, and I still worked like 38, 40 hours a week. And I'm like, dude, I'm fucking cool with that. You guys work your asses off.
Is that why when you guys were still in high school?
That was when I was in community college, when I was at MCC.
Oh, with me?
Yeah, so I would make.
Hell yeah. We had that sex class together.
Yep. Sex psychology.
Yeah, that class was so fucking stupid. I was like, no way is Gavin.
I showed
here.
up late and stoned every single day, would show up next to you and just copy your homework.
Yeah. And I would show up every day with extra snacks. I'd be like, Gavin, just go on my backpack.
It's right. You'd keep your backpack on my side and just be like, there's snacks in the bag.
Yeah. And I'd bring you a water.
Oh, you were prepared because I was not.
Yeah. I was like, well,
That was me in my way less prepared years.
yeah, I was like, well, Gavin's going to be high. So I got to help him out.
It was hard to show up community college sober.
Yeah. It was hard to show up in general to community college because it's like nobody cared if I was there or not. Like attendance didn't mean anything.
Right. And like, yeah.
Like I could have not gone all year long and just did the test.
Just showed up on test days. I did
Yeah.
that for one of my classes. I only showed up on test days and I got like a C in the class. And I'm like, considering I studied for an hour the day before the test and just showed up on test day,
Yeah.
I'll take it. My dad told me this week, he's like, I'm surprised you didn't make more friends going to MCC. I'm like, no one wanted to be there. No one was social.
No, and you had to pick your classes so goddamn early in advance because if you waited until it was like the time to pick your classes, you either got the fucking 7 or 8 a.m. classes or like the 8 p.m. classes. You got like nothing good.
Yeah.
Like I wanted mine back to back to fucking back.
I went for 3 of my 4 semesters. I did it all in 2 days and just had marathon days.
I can't relate to any of this.
God, no, it sucked. It was literally like you were in high school with
Every
like
other
passing
person.
periods. It was so fun. It didn't feel like college at all. It felt like I graduated high school, got my diploma, and I'm back in fucking high school.
Went to a slightly bigger high school.
Yeah, that's
Because it was
literally what
all one building.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't do that.
and then I think Star 105.5 was like on the lot.
It was. And said John was in Hawaii. I remember after that, I went out to Colorado. I fucking saved up a bunch of money doing some questionable things, and I had $1,500 in my pocket. I was on my way to buy my fucking plane ticket to Hawaii from Denver. On my way to the airport,
Your van broke down.
no, I was walking on my way on the way to the bank to put the money in so I could buy the plane ticket. I put the money, it was literally in a hairband, fucking like $2,000. It was like somewhere between $1,500 and $2,000. Walked to the bank, put my hand in my pocket, and there was a hole in my pocket, and somewhere along the way, all of the money fell out, and I couldn't go to Hawaii. That's only one of 3 states I'm missing.
Damn. What are the other 2 states?
Idaho.
Alaska. Oh no, you were in Saskatchewan.
Skagway, yes.
Skagway.
Yes,
Canada, of course.
Is there a place called Saskatchewan?
That's
In
territory
Canada?
in Canada.
Yeah.
In Canada.
Canada.
Canada, the Great
Hell
White
yeah.
North, eh?
Isn't that in British Columbia, Saskatchewan?
Saskatchewan is a territory.
Oh, it is? Okay.
So it's
Is it like a state? Like
yeah,
Canada's
so
got state. Like we've got 50 states.
They
They've
got
got
13 territories. And I've
States?
been territories.
Well, they're like states though.
Kind of. I've been to 3
Yeah.
out of the drive up and back. I've been to 3
There's
Canadian
what?
territories.
Ontario,
Montreal.
Toronto.
Toronto's a city.
Montreal.
In
that's a
Ontario.
Montreal's a city too, isn't it?
Montreal's also a city.
Quebec.
Ontario.
Quebec.
Quebec.
Quebec. There's always
Quebec.
good, there's
They're
always
the
good fishing
French
in Quebec.
Canada.
There's always good fishing in
Newfoundland.
Quebec.
Newfoundland? Is it Canada? I thought that was in like Norway.
No, the Yukon's awesome. On the BC, British Columbia, Yukon border is the greatest hot springs all time.
The Yukon, is that another
That's another problem.
territory?
That's the one that butts up. Yeah, that is a college, but it's also a territory. It butts up to Alaska. It's like northwest. It touches Alaska in the Bering Strait.
Yukon. That's how it's spelled.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that the one that's
Yukon? Yeah.
That's like-
Yukon? That's how the GMC Yukon spelled, at least.
is that the one that's like close enough where you can? It's like a mile between North America and Russia.
That's the Bering Strait, and it's like a 60-mile gap.
Oh.
You can't. Opposed to what that one politician from Alaska said, you can't see Russia.
No, I thought you could.
You can from like Tomorrow Island and Yesterday Island, which is there's
Just making that
Are
up.
you making this up?
Yeah.
no, there's an island.
That's
There's
where his van,
islands.
that's
There's
where,
3 miles
that's where
apart.
his van
or
breaks
2
down yesterday in
There's
Tomorrow
like
Island.
in the Bering Strait, there's the date or the daytime where like it transfers over from. It's the other side of the clock. So one time
AM and PM.
No, like you know how there's a time zones. It's the crossover of the time zones. So one side is on one side of the time zones, the other's on the other. So there's a 23-hour difference between the two islands. So they call them Tomorrow Island and Yesterday Island because they're 23-hour difference on a clock.
I wonder how long your van would be broken down on them if you drove it between them.
Not that long.
Would you be gaining? Would you be gaining days, or would you lose a
back
day?
and- would you go back in time so you
might gain
gain
a
the
day if
23
it's less
hours?
time, because then you technically lost a day.
I almost took my van to Alaska and I couldn't
Yeah,
done
good
it.
thing you didn't.
I couldn't. It could
I think
be
would have been fucking lost in the Yukon.
No
You think
way.
that thing would get out of snow?
Absolutely. I'd rather the thing in the snow.
I
It's
feel
got
like you
snow
would
chains.
need chains on it.
It weighs 7,000 pounds. It handles great in the snow. It's heavy as fuck.
Yeah, because it's made of fucking nothing but steel.
Steel and lumber with the fucking fiberglass.
It's made of
roof.
nothing
So,
but hopes
hey.
and dreams and breakdowns.
You have no idea how many cuss words and swear words and hours have been put into fixing.
Now
that
the next
thing.
swear word you're gonna say is "fuck you, John. I'm not buying a new fucking van." That's what you're gonna say the next time.
I don't need a new van,
You're
bro. It keeps working. It keeps going.
Your head.
It's so fixable.
I'm just saying.
It's so fixable, and it's not that expensive to fix
I think
it.
it'd be more efficient for you to.
I disagree.
I think it'd be more
I
efficient.
feel like you'd be getting
You'd save
places
money on
quicker in a
you'd sa-
Sprinter.
You'd save money on gas.
No, Sprinters still get about 15.
You'd save
You're
money
still
on
saving
gas.
money.
You'd save money on labor. You'd save money on fucking.
What kind of labor? I'm doing it myself.
Okay,
the labor's done.
Okay, whatever. Sometimes you gotta bring it. Sometimes you gotta bring it in. You're saving fucking time. You're saving. I don't know.
What am I saving time on?
Time is
don't know.
money.
I don't know,
I
man.
literally took.
One of
I've
these
driven
times,
across the
one of these
country.
times, you're gonna break down in a spot that you can't fucking get any help,
You
and
see,
then you're fucked.
That's why I got a horseshoe tattooed on my ass.
I'm just telling you.
You say that, but I literally have broke down in bumfuck rural.
But what if you break down somewhere that's like really hot and the roads are like dirt and it's like 120 miles to the next place?
Where is that?
I don't know. Somewhere in your 8,000 mile drive, it's got to be in the.
There's
Great
usually people
Plains.
somewhere. No, all across the Great Plains. There's people, 100%. The only place I felt real stuck. So on my
Like
way
Route
back,
66.
I was on.
Maybe I'm
So
thinking
I
like
was
the old
when I was
times.
I made it to Steamboat Springs, so I could take. I went into Fort Collins and I took the Pooter Canyon up.
The what?
The Pooter Canyon. It's a
I did not
river.
Hear, I did not hear pooter.
That Pooter Canyon.
No, I heard Cooter Canyon, and
Yeah,
I was
that
like, "What is that going
Pooter
for?"
Canyon. It's a French word. It's supposed to be poudre, but we're Americans, so we say it's the Pooter Canyon.
The pooter.
So I went up that way through Colorado, up through Fort Collins, went up to Steamboat, and I crossed Rabbit Ears Pass on the backside.
Where is this?
Colorado.
Oh.
And then I came down into Steamboat, and going down, it's top 10 steepest highways in North America. Going down. So like going down, it was fine. And then when I was trying to leave, I had to take like an extra 200 miles because I couldn't make it over the pass because I didn't have enough engine because I have a small block instead of a big block and it's carbureted. If I had a big block and it was fuel injected, I wouldn't have had an issue. But when my carburetor blew, I rebuilt my carburetor.
Oh, shocker! Your carburetor blew.
That was my first.
The
I bought it.
Vanerator?
That when I bought it, it had a bad carburetor. That's
Did
why
you
the guy
buy it
was
for like
on.
$800?
I sure did.
Was it $800?
It was.
Fucking hell yeah.
Yeah, the guy wanted $2,000 for it. And we sent him a text and said, we'll give you $750 because that's what we got for our security deposit back on our apartment. And he was just like, I got $800 into it lately. And we were like, done. Had the carburetor rebuilt. That costs about $1,500. And then boom.
So you've put $9,000 into fixing this thing.
No, building it out and fixing it and everything with the whole, like the whole.
I feel like you
all
could
of
have
the
found
electro-
like a pre-built out one that was in like a little better shape. No,
Would you
it's
find this thing,
rust-free.
Craigslist?
It was just for
Sitting on the
sale.
side of the
It was
road?
sitting on the
I
side
know,
of the
but
road for sale in Colorado.
$10 grand. It's one for $10,000. Call it 11,000. You couldn't find something
Not built out, no.
for something pre-built out.
Well, they
already?
had to build like.
Not at
I
all.
could, some other motherfucker that's getting rid of his old fucking van and buying a new
My
one.
thing's worth over 20,000, probably closer to 30.
I know, but
If
I'm
you were
saying
to
like
sell
you
it
could.
right now?
You
Oh,
could-
absolutely. I could get, if I went to Southern California, I could get 40 for it. No questions asked.
But is it okay? But how hard is it going to be to find the motherfucker to buy it?
Not very.
40.
I could get 40 for it in SoCal.
No way, dude.
It's got to get to SoCal.
That wouldn't be an issue. I've driven it across the country multiple times.
I don't know if you're getting 40 for that, dude.
40?
No
Wow,
way.
that's
How many
crazy.
miles does it have on it?
76,000.
Wow.
I have no idea what the first number is, but it has 5 on the odometer.
Yeah, dude. Bro, yeah, there's no way you're getting 40 for that.
Dude, it's a pop top sportsmobile.
I understand, but it's not getting you. It'll get
It
you
gets you
somewhere,
everywhere.
and then it'll break. You're guaranteed to
I
break
put
down
over
a trip.
20,000 on it.
Yeah, and how many breakdowns? Fucking 15.
About 5 that I've been stuck. Over 20,000 miles.
Also, I don't know, dude. I don't think you could get 40. I'd be shocked if you could get 20 for it.
Oh, it's worth way more than 20.
Says who? Says Gavin Blue Book.
Look how much a fucking
I don't think
converted
you could
van.
get- I don't
look
think
how
you
much a
could-
converted van sells for, bro.
That thing.
What's a
could not-
converted van?
Like
what he's
livable.
got, but
Like
I don't
it's
think that.
something you
I don't
can
think you could get 40 for it, dude. That's
For my
conversion.
my electrical system is over $3,000 in parts. Plus, it's put together by an electrical engineer that runs off 3 separate inputs.
That's $37,000 off, though, man. That's still a lot of fucking
Plus
money.
the van, plus the
Okay.
build, plus the labor, plus the parts.
I still don't think you're getting 40.
I'm thinking I could get. I'm not taking like I could get 30 real quick.
See, that's just
You
10
gotta
grand
find the
right there.
right
I think you
person,
get
though.
maybe 20.
For
literally
sure.
take it out to SoCal and pop the top up. I can start baking muffins on the stove and baking weed brownies and cooking things on my gas stove and my air fryer.
I forget that you have all that shit in there.
Yeah, like it's a fully converted. It's got,
That I always forget
there's
about
2
that.
beds. There's a full kitchen with a fridge, a 2-burner gas stove, an air fryer, a full farmhouse kitchen sink, 8 feet of counter space, 2 exits at the back. Then there's the front. There's a wardrobe that has you can hang over 20 things in your closet. Plus, it's got the full dresser.
You're gonna need at
there.
least 40 if
you
you
got a
break down,
full
though.
garage in the back of the couch that also pulls out
Did
into
you
a
say
second bedroom.
full garage?
Yeah, I put all of my camping gear, all fits in my fucking.
So you got cars inside?
Yeah.
Don't you have something on the top? Or
Yeah,
when you
that's
pop,
got-
when you pop the top, does it just give you more room on the inside?
gives
or
you
what's
more
the-
roof and it gives you a second bed up top.
There's a bed up there?
There's a bed up top. It's a full size bed up top and a twin size bed down low. So there's 2 beds. There's a full dresser. There's 21 gallons of storage, or of 21 gallons of water.
I didn't
There's
realize you had all that shit in there.
yeah, it's fucking fully decked out. Fully
I didn't realize.
converted.
I always forget
I
about
know-
that. I always think it's just like you're driving and you just have like all your shit like thrown in the back.
No, it's.
I know.
I always forget about
even
that.
even with all
I
that.
mean,
I
it's-
still
it
don't.
is pretty
I still
cool.
don't think you get 40 though. I think 40 is absurd.
I could
Just
get
for the- just
north
for
of
the age of
30,
the
no
vehicle.
problem. That one makes it more valuable.
Dude.
You can register it as a classic.
Yeah,
if you sell it in
yeah, yeah, if
California
you're
as a
gonna-
classic, it doesn't have to
Yeah,
pass
if you're-
emissions.
Okay, well if you're gonna drive it in California,
If you have a
just keep it
California
there.
license plate and sell it in California, you
Right.
don't need to pass emissions.
Okay,
you can
well,
drive it
okay,
around the
what
country
I'm saying-
still. Bro, you're acting like I haven't crossed multiple
I'm
mountain
not
ranges in
trying to
this
say.
thing.
I'm saying no, but who's gonna fucking buy that?
People, lots of people.
Why
because
though? I don't think it's
awesome.
efficient at all. You're
Okay.
better off buying a new one. I'm just saying a new one or a like something that's from 2000 or younger.
I don't want something that new. I want
I'm
something
just-
I can fix myself. And lots of
still
people
fix
think
it.
that.
Is it
yourself.
hard to fix it?
No. You get real
It's
dirty.
probably just
doing
got
it.
a basic setup. Like
I
every
have
other
I have the Bible for it, so like I can.
What, the owner's manual?
Yes, but it's a 400-page owner's manual that teaches me everything to do, from changing headlights to rebuilding the engine, rebuilding the transmission, where to troubleshoot things. It's the entire schematics of everything.
Wow.
So it's completely fixable.
Yeah, everything is.
And I have no issue fixing it, and neither do most people who are semi-handy.
I just forget that it's got all that shit in there.
It's completely decked out. That thing is
I don't
awesome.
think. Could you fit all that in another van?
Absolutely. I have a small van compared to most of them. But my kitchen is awesome, and my dresser is awesome, and I have 2 beds. And I also have a 20-pound propane tank that runs my gas stove and my refrigerator.
Does it just kill your battery running all this shit? Is it all connected to your battery?
I have 640, 660 amps coming in up top. I have 200 amp hour. It's 650 volts, and then my batteries are 200 amp hour lithium batteries. So I can run my air fryer for over 30 hours. Off of
All that converts to I can run my fucking air fryer for 30 hours straight.
Yes, you can run an oven for an electric oven for 30 hours straight and not kill my battery.
Of your car?
Just in case your heat goes out, you can use your oven.
I also have a heater in there, and it's insulated.
I'm just saying, if your heat went out, you could use your oven. I'm just saying.
I literally, when it's cold, I will, instead of breaking on my heater and using on my electrical, I will literally boil a pot of water on the stove and then just leave it sitting there, and my whole
Why not get like
insulated because that adds moisture
heater or something.
Because that adds moisture and heat to the area.
Nice.
And the whole thing's insulated, and usually when it's cold, it's dry as fuck. So I literally just do that and then leave it sitting open on the top on the stove.
Nice.
And then in the morning, I heat it up again and make my coffee and tea. Like, I've slept in that thing. I've been snowed in on it. I've taken that thing all over.
No, I don't doubt you. I know you. I know it's gotten you places. I just think you should buy a new one.
That's your opinion, bro. I think I should continue to take this thing.
How long do you think that motherfucker's running for?
It's already been running for 37 years, so I think it can keep going. Everything's replaceable.
Another 37?
There's nothing everything's mechanical.
I don't know. The only reason I said buy a new one is because every time I talk to you when you're on the road, you're broken down.
That's because I call you when I'm bored and broken down on the road.
Which seems to be every time you're on the road. That's why I'm giving you shit for it, because every time you've driven it.
You mean when I got 3 days to kill waiting for a part to come in, I call my buddies from back home and say, what's up?
Every time you're on the road, yeah, it broke down again. I just had Thanksgiving in some stranger's living room. I don't like.
Yeah, man, he was a cool guy.
Oh, yeah, cool guy. But I don't know. I just figured, avoid all that. Avoid the headache. Avoid the stress. Just spend a little bit extra money on something that's not going to break down. That's me. I'd rather, even if you have the know-how, I would just avoid the fucking headache all around. That's just me.
I feel that.
I've had shitty cars I've had shitty cars, and having a shitty car, that's not a fucking house. Having something that I live in and drive, I've had a shitty fucking car. Having a shitty car is shitty enough. I was like, fuck it. I'm not saying you should get a car payment, but I'm saying I was like, I'm going to get a car payment because I'm sick of having something that was constantly breaking down.
Instead, you got a house payment, which is way more than my car payment.
Yeah, but you see all the shit we have in this house? We can run the heat and the air for every day.
I could run my heater for 365 days a year.
Mine's more affordable. I could run my heater most days if it's sunny.
I can run anything in here. I can run 4 air conditioners in here if I wanted.
I don't think you could run.
I could install 4 air conditioners. I could fucking get I have the power in my fucking panel. I can get fucking 2 more air conditioners. I could fucking pull power in here right now. I'll get more 4. I get fucking 8 air conditioners in here. So cold.
No, I don't need that.
Well, neither do I, but I could do it.
That's why I live in a van, because I don't need all that shit.
Right, but I don't know.
That would be so cold.
I slept in a 3 seasons tent at the foot of the Elabaskan Glacier at -35.
That sounds like a bad choice, Gavin.
That sounds like not a good time.
It wasn't that
That sounds
bad.
horrible. We have a really nice tent.
Why?
Because we were on a road trip to Alaska, and that's where we stopped for the night. And
Oh,
everyone
I thought you said,
your story broke down? Yeah.
No, I didn't drive there. I left my Honda Fit back in Colorado, and I jumped in my buddy Jared. He had a Jeep Commander. So me, him, and my dog at the time went up to Alaska, and that's where we stopped to sleep for the night.
At the bottom of a mountain?
It was a glacier, but yeah, the glacier was in a mountain. So like it was a valley, and the glacier was right there. But it was early April.
Instead of just sleeping in the car?
Instead of sleeping where
everyone
it was warm,
else had a car. I didn't have a car because we were sharing the car, and my dog got my dog cage got the spot in the car where I would be sleeping, and me and my buddy were sharing the car.
You wouldn't just sit up in a
No,
car?
because he laid across the front seat, and the front seat was his, and all of our shit was in the back.
Oh, so you didn't have an option.
I didn't have an option. I was just sleeping. Like I was sleeping in the tent. And the wild part was when I was in Banff, I went and
It's a shitty friend. You guys should have fucking spooned somehow. You should have figured it out.
He locked himself out of his
That's
Jeep
a
one
shitty
night.
friend.
And
That is a shitty friend, bro.
No, Jared
If you
locked
were
himself.
if you were with me and we had to fucking, we would figure out a way to share. I would make you fucking sleep -35 in front of a fucking glacier.
They gave me a lot of
What
blankets.
the fuck?
My favorite part about this.
Oh, hey, let's all give them our blankets. We'll have our fucking heaters running. We won't need them.
No, as soon as the car started at 5 a.m, we were all up and out.
Dude,
but
what
he
a
literally
dicks.
he locked his keys in his car one night
serves him
and
right.
was super pissed because he had to come spoon with me in the tent with me and my dog.
Serves him right.
And
That's what happens when you kick Gavin out of your car.
no, it was brutal because we had to
that's
stay
a
back.
fucking
We were in
karma.
a caravan. There was 9 cars, 8 dogs, 14 people road tripping to Alaska. And that was just a fucking wild couple weeks.
Is that when you went to go stay in Alaska and you lived in a meat locker?
Yeah, I lived in the meat lockers up there with a lot of them. There was 19 people and 14 dogs and 2 double wide trailers.
It's the fucking dirtiest situation of all time.
That
Oh my
situation that
God.
just smells.
It smelled like
It was awesome.
Smells like it
It smelled like BO.
No, it was
weed.
cool. It
It
was
smelled like
pretty-
BO weed
weed.
and patchouli. Guaranteed, right?
No, it was employee house. You couldn't smoke there.
Okay.
You had to be
Okay,
clean.
BO and patchouli, sorry.
No, it was pretty clean actually. You'd be
I remember you
surprised.
told me it smelled pretty fucking bad there multiple times. There was
It's a meat locker.
They
I
were-
can't imagine it would smell good.
They were old train cars that were freezers that they converted into houses that opened with like a freezer door. So, like the push button opens, then like the arm that kind of opens on a hinge. And that was, so you could lock someone in the room but you couldn't lock anyone out of your room. It was
That
funny.
sucks.
Yeah, it was a weird
You could
situation.
somebody could lock you in there.
Yeah, I walked. Oh, absolutely. I got locked in my room and had to crawl out a couple times. I also locked myself out of my room one time, hammered drunk, and then had someone boost me up into the window. And then the next morning, everyone was sitting outside, and I went to open the door. I was like, "Fuck, I got to take a shit," and I had to crawl out my window, and everyone's standing outside. Well, like a couple people standing there, and they just see me crawl out my fucking window, and then I walked back to the bathroom, walked over to the housing office, which was on the other end of the property. I was like, "Hey, I locked my key in my room," and they just gave me a key so I could open it. And I went and got a new one made because I totally lost my key.
That's nuts.
Yeah, fucking worked out. Got my key back.
You fucking sleep in weird spots, dude.
I
You
have.
wouldn't want to ever just like, oh my God, sleep in a bed.
I do sleep in the bed sometimes. I have 2 beds in my van.
But just like,
I do sleep in other people's beds sometimes when when
Don't
I'm
you
lucky.
want like a home base ever? Like
Eventually.
a house?
One day, but I'm not gonna be able to buy a house. So I'm gonna have to buy some land and then build a house.
buy a fucking.
Why aren't you gonna be able to buy a
Why don't you
house?
buy one of those like big thing, a cargo tank thing?
I would have to do that
A
myself.
cargo
Yeah, I could do
container.
that, but I would have to build it out myself still. I don't know what I would do. I'm going to build something, but I'm going to do it myself, whatever I do.
You could live on your mom's farm.
My
Or
mom
So-
doesn't have a farm. She has less than 2 acres.
Oh, hang on. So
And
what
there's
do you?
5 cabins on it.
Why won't you be able to buy a house?
They don't approve mortgages for people with my lifestyle.
Well, how are you going to get the money to buy the
because the
material
money's
to
not
build them?
guaranteed.
Because I make the money. But I don't have enough for the loan. So I'd have to buy the material and do it.
So you're
That's
gonna have
just
to
like-
buy the material at a little bit at a time and do it over
Yeah.
time. Oh.
Yeah,
That
that's just like
kinda sucks.
your
Well, you can't
lifestyle's
get-
kind
you
of like
can't get a j-
commission based.
You can't get a
like
job.
your
and
income isn't reliable.
you can't just get.
I will
You can't
click
get
on-
a serious job when you're done doing all this. And
Why would I want to be done doing this?
well, I'm saying if you wanted to buy a house and you wanted to get a loan, could you fucking just
If I
go
wanted
get a
to,
job?
absolutely, but I
wonder
don't
if
want to fucking do that.
You could probably rent to
What's your
own.
plan at all? Do you have? I've never talked to you about this. I have never talked to you about this at all.
You're choosing the podcast to bring up what my life plan is.
Yes, kind of. Now you know what? Why not? I've never thought about it. What's your plan? What's the plan? Is this for what do you? What's
All right, I'll sell you it, but you can't cut me off while I'm doing it.
Okay, what's the plan? What's step one?
You heard it. He agreed.
Step one: buy a new van.
No, I already have the van. Step one's done.
break
Step
down.
two: I need to find a piece of earth somewhere in a location that I like. I want mountains and water, and if I have mountains and water, that's fucking perfect. And then if I can get somewhere between 3 and 5 acres with water access and electrical access, then I can go out, build a pole barn and park my van there, build it out during their season, then go in the off season, work, make a bunch of money, come back, spend that money, building out my house and go back and forth until I get something that I can live in and convert it. But what I would like to do with it is have a bunch of little spots that you can kind of pull off and do, like, have a little, like, bring your own vehicle, bring your own RV and, like, hang out and have a spot. And if you want to convert your van, that shop is now something you can convert vehicles or use it as a workshop or whatever you want. And then have a couple little tiny homes around it that I would rent out to supplement some income. And then if I could live there and do a season there, I would open up a mobile bartending business, show up to my mobile bartending during the season once everything's up and running, make my money, and then I wouldn't have to work in my off season, and I could take that money and run. That would be ideal, but that's big picture.
So you do
when
got
you get
big
this
plans.
when you get this pole barn,
Yes.
and you
I
get this,
have plans. It's just very difficult to, like, there's a lot of steps, and all of the steps take a lot of money.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I can't just can't get a loan. Like, you guys took out a couple $100,000 loan on this. I can't get that. I have to get the things piece by piece and pay up front for it, because the banks won't give people with my lifestyle a loan.
Have you tried?
Yeah,
Do they literally say your lifestyle isn't?
They say, how long can you hold a job down for? Which I have held multiple jobs for 3+ years. But they want a steady income for at least a year plus before they're ever even considering giving you a loan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just kind of like
so there you go.
how.
Fucking right before you're about to do it, you could just get a good job for a year and then boom, do it. Real quick.
Could, like, that's what I'm going to do eventually.
Yeah.
But, like, I need enough for a down payment
Well, right.
before I
But
can
I'm
even
saying
think about doing that.
at least
And I
that
have
at least
partially there.
At least 1 year of work will get you a good chunk to start with.
Especially because you know all the places
It's not
going to
get you. It's not going to get you the whole thing, but it'll at least get you a good start.
Yes.
It'll get you more of a start than saving up over time.
Absolutely.
Over 10 years of saving.
Absolutely. Like, when I worked for a year straight, living in the van, we saved up almost $20,000 over that year, and we didn't have to work for 15 months. We just went and traveled for 15 months. So, like, it's possible. I've done it. I just need to work for that amount of time again and save up again. But it's completely doable.
Okay, do you plan on doing like a big vacation anytime soon? Or could you just like...
No, not right now. I'm saving right now.
I was gonna say, could you just like drive to wherever for like that hot, like all the
That's
hot
all I do.
seasons?
Yeah, that's what I do.
So is that what you're just gonna do?
Yeah, that's
for,
why
like,
I'm
the
going to
next
Colorado.
month?
That's why I'm going to Colorado. No, I'm staying here
Or
for
not
2
not
weeks.
the next month, the next like year.
I'm going to Colorado. Well, I'm ski bumming it this year because I worked as a bartender twice in a row and just had a very high, like, I was tired of it. And I make bank doing it. But
Probably drink a lot more too.
I drink a lot more. And now I'm just going to go be a ski bum and go live on the mountain. And I'm not going to make a ton, but I'm not losing any money. So this is just kind of my, like, I'm kind of taking this as I'm not spending money, but I'm not making money season. And then I'll go back
Which
into
isn't
next.
bad. It's kind of like a reset.
Yeah, kind of like a reset. So, like, I went and I traveled for 15 months, came back, worked for a year. Now I'm having like a reset season, and I'm going to go back and work lucrative jobs for a year straight and save up enough that I can go get something. So there's a plan in action. It's just it takes
A while.
multiple seasons to get done, and people want it done like, well, what are you doing next season? What are you doing there? I'm like, I don't know what exactly I'm doing. I just kind of know
How do you
my
even get these jobs? Craigslist?
internet.
Like you just
There's
look
mo-
up
there's websites.
where you're going. You're just like, hey,
Sometimes I show up with the job, sometimes I don't. It kind of depends where I'm going. Like I showed up to Montana with a job.
so you probably
I don't show
know
up to give
people in
some-
every state, and you're like, hey, do you know any place that's hiring? And
Like,
XYZ.
the knowing people honestly works way more convenient when I'm getting across the country. Like, as I was going across, say, from Key West to Montana, I stopped with friends about 7-8 times along the way and just stayed with different people for anywhere from 1 to 3 days, and then went
Yeah.
on to the next person. And I made 2 stops in Florida. I made a stop in Mississippi, made 2 stops in Texas, made a stop in New Mexico, made 2 more stops in Colorado, all staying with people over that 45 days. And then
it took you 45 days.
Yeah, that was my
to
quick-
get from fucking Florida to Colorado.
it takes
How many times did the van break down?
1. That was in post Texas.
So it took you 45 days to get from Florida to Colorado, and it took you
No, from Key
70
West.
to get from Florida to Maine.
It
Speaking of breaking
it
down,
took me
hey.
60 days to get from Maine to Texas.
You said for your plan you were going to build a pole barn and then go back and forth between whatever your job was and then whenever you're
Yes,
going
I'm going to
build.
buy land in the north because I
Right.
want to leave for the winters, and then I'll go work.
How far is the drive, Gavin?
It depends.
Yeah.
My last drive was 40.
Well, no, how far are you going to be going back and forth between this fucking build site and your pole barn and your area and your work? How far are you going?
How many thousands of miles
the
away?
drive,
Keep the job close, bro. Keep
the
it.
job from Montana to Key West was 4,600 miles.
Let's keep it within
100 miles.
No, absolutely not,
1,000?
because I want to live. I want a place in the north that I can leave and I can winterize, and I can leave and it can be there, and I don't have to be there for 4 or 5 months.
So
and I
hang
can
on,
go
so-
travel and do things.
so
and
the
I'll come
area-
back for that season.
So the shop you're talking where people can convert their van, is that just like a space for people to, will you make money off of that?
Yeah, I'll rent it out $50 to $100 a day. You can use all the tools, all the power you want.
And you
Use
just,
the shop. Rent a shop for $50 to $100 a day.
That's a really good deal.
Yeah. $100 a day, rent the shop,
you're
use
gonna
all
get
the tools.
You're gonna get fucking robbed so hard by people. No, like people are gonna steal your shit.
That's why it's people who live at the hippie community, dumbass.
You'd be surprised. Don't call me a dumbass
I've lived
motherfucker.
on hippie
but-
communities, bro.
Dude, I'm telling.
What if it looks
hippie
like
community or not? But
nice person?
Hippie community or not? You get people are fucking dicks, dude. People will find out that there's a fucking shop with fucking tools out the ass. I'm just saying, you
have
might get
cameras.
robbed.
Yeah,
Well,
you
it's
can
just
get,
I'm just
surveillance.
saying.
bro. They might see.
Make sure you have
they might see
insurance and all that shit.
They
Make
might
sure you
see
do
a
all that
house
other
here.
stuff.
They might see a house here that's got 2 cars and a golf cart in the garage, and be
Right.
like, "Oh shit, they got money and come in and rob you too." What?
Right. Jesus. I'm just trying to look out for you and say, look out. You might want to get insurance, like
No shit,
business
bro.
insurance. Do they give your type of lifestyle business insurance?
Yeah, you can.
Well, there
buy
you go.
insurance
I'm
for
just
anything.
can buy insurance for
I'm just
anything.
checking off boxes, dude.
dude. That
All,
like
I
I
was,
said,
all I was saying is it's a fucking shop. People love to steal tools, dude. That's
Yeah.
what,
You
gotta
that's-
have a
that was
dog in
my-
there.
That was it. That was my whole thing.
You got to get like one of those Rottweiler.
Why is everything I'm saying to you just getting shit on? I'm just pointing it out
Being
that
one of
you
the
could get
homies.
robbed.
You're literally being like, "What if you get robbed in your future?"
Dude, I'm saying if you're gonna open up a shop that you're never gonna be at,
I'm gonna live there.
you just said that you didn't have to be there.
in the off season, so it's
Right.
a northern. It's a place in the
That's
north.
what I'm saying, bro. When you're not there,
Yeah,
right?
there's somebody
I've just never heard of a business that people are not there. I'm just saying that. I would just be careful.
You know that Dunkin' Donuts, or not that Dunkin', that Dairy Queen in Fox Lake right there? You know how they close for like 5 months?
Jesus Christ, Kevin. Nobody's trying to steal fucking ice cream, bro. Holy fuck. You're missing the point. Never mind. Just never mind.
Yeah, man,
Holy shit.
Dude, places winterize all the time. Like all of the campgrounds winterize.
Right.
And then they leave for the season and all their shit's still there.
I didn't know you were gonna fucking winterize. You made it sound like you were gonna fucking be having people go there year round and convert their shit without you there.
Nah, man.
That's what you made it sound like.
I live in a seasonal life, man. So I need to be.
Well, right.
I need to own
why,
somewhere that works great in the summer season.
That's why I said, bro, you're gonna have people there that you don't even know running or in and out of your shop while you're not there. It made no sense to me.
No, my shop's not there.
Cool. Elaborate next time, bitch.
I don't.
There you go.
It's
See?
literally hypothetical.
Now my point makes sense, doesn't it?
It does, but
Right,
you're literally
right,
you're shitting
right.
on my hypothetical.
I'm not shit talking your hypothetical. I'm shit talking a question.
You're hypothetically robbing me, man.
I'm hypothetically questioning why you'd be at a business that you're or not going to be at a business that's going to run 24 hours or 367. I don't understand. I'm like, why are you going to? You're gonna let people go in there and fucking change their fucking go in your shop while you're not there? That makes no sense.
Dude, I do seasonal shit.
Right. I didn't understand that, Gavin. You didn't elaborate. We can rewind it and see if you did, but you didn't.
Elaborate and listen.
What?
Stop. Collaborate and listen.
You said
I did.
yeah, but I said elaborate. Nice. I said elaborate. You didn't say it with any fucking any rhythm.
Half the crowd, 2/3 of the crowd got it.
Ice, baby.
If you get 2/3 of the crowd to laugh at you at a comedy show, the other third just doesn't like comedy.
Probably. Yeah.
Where are we thinking in the north?
I would love to be over where I was at in Montana, but I cannot fucking afford to be up there.
Is Montana expensive? It looks so goddamn
it is
pretty.
Now. It didn't used to be till after the pandemic. And
I was going to say
after
until
the
like
pandemic,
Yellowstone came out and stuff.
Yellowstone came out right before the pandemic started in like 2018, and then the pandemic happened, and everyone went out to visit Montana, and was like, "Holy fuck, it's beautiful and affordable here," and now it's no longer affordable.
That sucks. I want to go to Montana. It looks really pretty. I want to like ride a horse and like do like super touristy shit.
I could take you to some spots out there for sure,
and not drink whiskey. I'll just drink Miller Lights.
At least drink the local beer.
I have really shit taste in alcohol.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like good wine. I like shit wine. Beers, give me a light beer. I don't like that or what John
You don't
drinks.
like Fruit Force? You like...
or like an
like my Ricky
IPA or
Bobby?
anything.
Huh?
The only thing I like that's good is like Tito's.
Oh, we had way better vodka than Tito's. You didn't even try the Huckleberry whiskey or the Huckleberry cream.
No, I wasn't doing like a little tasty thing. Oh, me and John have to go to.
I'll make you a delicious Huckleberry drink.
I don't know. We got to do one more question because I can't sit on this couch anymore.
Last meal.
If you're about to get executed.
Yeah,
final meal.
You got the death penalty.
Sorry, I can't sit on this couch anymore.
I am thinking. Can I go last? Cora, you first.
I've already told mine. I'll tell you mine after the episode, but they've heard mine.
Say it again, so we have an idea.
They've heard mine 2-3 episodes in a row. Okay, I literally just say I said an appetizer, a soup, a salad, and then if I can said an entree and a dessert. You don't have to do all that, but
I would say I'd want a full Thai dinner with American dessert and just have like
what does that entail?
Have some like cow soy or some Penang curry, and then have like
green pea pod.
But so much better. More like Crystal Thai for out here. Green pea pod has like spaghetti curry. And like that's not even you need an egg noodle or you need like a proper noodle, and they literally serve with spaghetti noodles. So like
tell us the Thai people that serve it.
They're barely Thai.
I think I would have something with a noodle. I love noodles. I would for sure have like a bomb ass Caesar salad. But a noodle dish? What about just some like Chicago dogs?
Or a Giorgio's spinach artichoke deep dish pizza.
Never had one.
Bro, highly recommend
Oh, Giorgio's has got the best ranch around town.
it. Giorgio's in Crystal Lake.
Yes, best ranch, best fucking
better
fries.
Than Half Times.
Oh, Half Times can lick my ass. Giorgio's ranch is.
I did not know that. I'm gonna have to.
Giorgio's ranch
I
is
told
so
you that
good.
when you guys were ordering Giorgio's.
Oh, yeah,
the only
it's
thing,
so good.
The only thing left for me to get while I'm in town is Epic Deli.
Have you gotten Billy's yet?
I have got.
Yeah, we got Billy's.
We got
I had,
Billy's.
Yeah.
that was like 4 days after surgery, dude. I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Billy's is good.
I've been to Billy's twice now. Been to Manny's. I need to go to Manny's for breakfast so I can get a chicken George.
I've only been to Manny's.
I got their lunch. Oh, you've only been there once?
Yeah.
Y'all want to go to Manny's tomorrow early? No, you gotta fucking work.
I got work. I'm a worker. Maybe we can go Sunday. Sunday.
Like this Sunday?
Oh, you're not gonna be in town.
Yeah, I am.
Oh yeah, you are. We're going
We're
together.
going to a Notre
Yeah,
Dame
maybe we can
game.
go on
Then Sunday.
Sunday.
Possibly.
Sunday.
It's a really far drive for a potentially hungover. Oh, I'm not gonna be hungover. I'm driving, I think. So
Yeah.
It's just to Wisconsin. It's 20 minutes away.
Yeah, we're in
but
Johnson.
I know, but it's a long day. We're gonna have a long day.
Oh,
the day
yeah.
before.
A long day the day
Yeah.
before of driving for me.
Maybe
I don't even
sometime
know if
next
I don't
week.
even know if I'm gonna want to leave the house.
Do you
Sunday.
have middle of the day off at all?
Yeah, depending on the day.
If next week
I've got from like 9:30 till like 12:30.
oh, we could totally go in that break if
Yeah. We got to pre-plan it.
yeah, absolutely. But I'm totally down for that. Chicken George.
All right. Well,
Sell it.
thank you for coming on. Sorry for yelling at you.
My dad called me a pussy this morning.
Did he? Good. Love you, Frank.
Fucking literally 9 a.m. my dad called me a pussy.
Good. I'm gonna fucking one up your dad. I'm gonna call you at 8 tomorrow.
I was in the shower and he's just like, and I'm like, he said he's turning on the fan. Do I need to eat the mic again? He was like, I'm turning on the fan. I'm like, it steams it up in here. He's like, I take cold showers. It's better for your system. I'm like, I take a cold shower or I take hot showers because I'm a bitch. He goes, yeah, you're a fucking pussy. I go, yep.
All right. Well,
not even 9 in the morning. Not even 9 in the morning.
On that note, everybody, we'll see you next week.
TorgyTalk.
Bye.
TorgyTalk. TorgyTalk. TorgyTalk.
Talk.
What you know about?
Talk.
You did that.